Welcome to Networking RX, a podcast devoted to helping business professionals like you enhance your networking skills in order to become more proficient giving and receiving quality business referrals and improving the overall quality of your life and the lives of those around you. The Networking RX podcast is a production of AmSpirit Business Connections, an organization whose mission is to empower business success through networking.
Welcome to the Networking RX podcast. This is Frank Agan. Today is somewhat atypical. It's not our usual program of insights or best practices. It's not even an interview. In previous episodes, you may have heard me make a quick reference to our franchise opportunity, or you may have heard an existing franchisee mention their experience. As a result of those two things, we've gotten some requests to take a deeper dive into what the franchise opportunity is all about. So that's the purpose of today's short program. If you're interested, listen on. If you know someone who might be interested, then refer them to this episode. If neither of those apply, please simply move on to the next great episode of the Networking RX podcast. So let's jump in. Starting from the beginning, who are we? AmSpirit Business Connections is a membership organization, and we build our ranks with small business types, sales representatives, professionals, and solopreneurs. To clarify, our members pay fees to belong to AmSpirit Business Connections, and that's the revenue model that creates income for our franchisees. Through this program, our franchisees help members who are business people in their area become more successful through professional networking. They connect them with other business professionals, they help them with the exchange of quality business referrals, and they provide them with both insightful and relevant information on networking best practices. Now, in the short time we have today, we won't delve too far into the business model itself. I will share, however, that our members, through the guidance of the franchisee, participate in a structured weekly face-to-face meeting where they create relationships with one another and learn how to refer business back and forth. Suffice it to say, this is a viable business model with a track record of success that spans several decades. Again, we can get into all of that on a telephone call if you'd like. What is important to really dig into, however, are two things. One, why is this a unique opportunity for you or someone you know to explore? And two, what are the features that make this opportunity financially attractive? Okay, to address the first thing, what makes an AmSpirit Business Connection franchise a unique opportunity? First, as these weekly meetings generally occur during the early morning hours, usually finishing up by 9 a.m., the franchise concept is well suited for someone to add on to what they're already doing. You see, for a couple hours a day, just a few days a week, our franchisees work the AmSpirit Business Connections opportunity. The remainder of their time, they're successful attorneys, accountants, realtors, travel agents, florists, and marketing professionals, as well as coaches and consultants of various kinds. In fact, our very first franchisee was actually a franchise broker. So you or someone you know would be an ideal prospect for this franchise opportunity if you're reasonably engaged and successful in some other business or profession. And that business or profession requires that you continue to network, and you'd be open to helping others become better at and more successful through networking. Essentially, our franchisees make a return on the investment of their time and talent by doing something they need to be doing anyway, networking. The second thing that is unique about AmSpirit Business Connections is that it's a business-to-business franchise opportunity. As a franchisee, you would not only be in contact and working with entrepreneurs, sales reps, and professionals in your area, but this franchise opportunity would put you in a leadership position squarely at the center of a community of motivated business professionals. Thus, through this franchise, you're not only able to grow your franchise, but you're also able to grow your primary business or professional endeavor. Additionally, and this is very important to emphasize, as a franchisee, you don't do for the members, rather you coach, train, and empower the members to do for themselves. You would train the membership on how to conduct the weekly meetings, not do it for them. You would empower them to give referrals to one another, not do it for them. You would train them how to motivate one another, not continually have to motivate them. In short, as a franchisee, you don't do things for your membership. Through your franchise training, we teach you how to empower the membership to do things for themselves. So you're not going to be mired down week after week working with a particular chapter. Rather, you work with the chapter initially to get it started, then you move on for a bit, returning periodically to check in or conduct some additional training. This allows you, as a franchisee, to start multiple chapters. You can start, operate, and profit from as many chapters as you feel your schedule can handle. And since you control how many chapters you have, you won't lose sight of the growth and development of your primary business or profession. The third thing that makes this franchise opportunity unique is the stability of our membership. Once someone joins AmSpirit Business Connections, they quickly become involved with the chapter and befriend other members. Then they stick around for a long time, month after month, quarter after quarter, year after year. In fact, we have many members who've been involved for well over a decade. We have members who've gotten their membership passed on to them by retiring parents. We have members who've acquired their membership when they bought their business. We even have some members who've been around since the early 1990s. Suffice it to say, we have a very stable membership. Some members even report that they get the majority of their new business through their connections with other members. So why would they leave? What this means for you as a franchisee is that as you empower your membership to grow and others become involved, you are in essence creating a relatively consistent, long-term, and reliable revenue stream. So that's what makes an AmSpirit Business Connections franchise opportunity unique. Most of the work on the franchise occurs before the regular workday begins. Plus, there's lots of connections with other business professionals, and once established, you have a stable membership base. The second thing I want to discuss is what makes this franchise opportunity financially attractive. Let me start by saying that franchising is highly regulated by the Federal Trade Commission and various state governments. So there's a limit as to how much financial information I can share here. For example, I can't make claims as to earning potential. What I can share is that the initial franchise fee is only $10,000. Now, $10,000 isn't pocket change, but compared to most other franchise opportunities, this is well below average, making this very attractive to consider. Included in the initial fee is comprehensive training for you at our headquarters in Columbus, Ohio, and enough supplies to get your first few chapters off the ground. The only expenses that are not included in the initial franchise fee are travel and lodging in Columbus during your training, your business liability insurance, and periodic replenishing of chapter supplies. Beyond that, there's little else in the way of cost. There is minimal, if any, overhead because as a franchisee, you don't need an office or place of business beyond what you already have. You can even operate out of a home office. Additionally, there's no inventory to carry and there are no costs of goods sold. Quoting one of our franchisees, other than some wear and tear on my car driving to meetings and a cup of coffee when I get there, it virtually costs nothing to operate this franchise, end quote. So to recap, this franchise opportunity is financially very attractive and would be a great opportunity if you're interested in making a return on your time and talent by doing something you need to be doing anyway, networking. If you'd like to learn more, the next step is for us to talk. After that, if it makes sense, we'll send you the Franchise Disclosure Document, or FDD, which is like a prospectus about the franchise. In it, we lay out all the vital nuts and bolts of starting and operating this franchise. But again, before I can share this with you, let's talk. Send me an email so we can schedule time for a phone call. You can reach me at frankagan@amspirit.com. That's Frank Agin, all one word, FRANKAGIN at AmSpirit, AmSpirit.com. Thanks. Have a great day.
Thanks for joining us on the Networking RX podcast. Please put what you've learned into action today and let us know if you have questions, comments, or ideas for future topics. You can email them to us at podcast@amspirit.com. That's AmSpirit.com. Finally, so you never miss an episode, be sure to subscribe to the Networking RX podcast through iTunes, Overcast, or however you receive your podcasts. Now get out and network with someone.
The Networking RX podcast is the copyright production of AmSpirit Business Connection. All rights reserved.